Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to bring you, I don't know if it's viral yet, I don't know, whatever, but I'm going to bring you a easy way to do a cut crease, another way, a TikTok beauty hack that seems pretty interesting. So if you want to see how I achieved the look, then keep on watching. Okay, so as I've said, gonna do a TikTok thing. I need to stay off TikTok. Does anybody else have a problem with staying off of TikTok? No? Just me? Okay, whatever. Anyway, so the trend is to use a eyelash curler to cut your crease, which is pretty intuitive. I like that, because if you have a problem with probably staying inside the lines, or you're just like, man, I don't know what to do, then you probably are like, how the hell am I supposed to cut a crease? So I think what this does is just makes it easier. I did try this look out yesterday just to make sure that it would, to see if it would actually work, and it does. So I've already did my brows and I've already primed my lids. So today's palette, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Get Feverish palette. My jams, my neutrals. We're going to use the shimmers in here. We're going to use pretty much a lot of the colors in here. So let's get into it. All right, the first shade I'm going to get into, I'm just going to go into this brown here. I'm just do that all over. This doesn't take long to do. It actually, I feel like, cuts a lot of the time with trying to cut a crease. And there's, like I've told you all, there's no right or wrong way to cut a crease, but if there's a way to like get the time down, or you know, if you have like an eyelash curler just sitting there, I think this is a really cool way to bring it back out and to start using it again. I love my warm neutrals. I'm a big neutral person, and so you know, I've been playing with colors and things of that nature, and I'm trying. So I feel like this is just really a really awesome way to start playing with colors and feeling confident. I'm gonna go in with another brush and just blend that out. Make sure that there's no harsh lines there. I want to go in, I kind of want to deepen it up some, even though I want to go in with this color here and just put that on top of the color that I just used. If you're not already, follow my Instagram, Terrell Nishan Beauty, as well. Trust the process. Trust the process. I think this is a good way to use your shimmers. It looks intimidating. Trust the process. You got this. All right, so we're going to put that down for a minute. So what you're going to do is, so I have a flat brush here, and so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your eyelash curler. If you're anything like me, you kind of just put it back in your makeup collection, and so now it's like, oh, it looks easy. So all you're gonna do is, you're not gonna put it here, you're gonna put it on top, and you're just gonna just go here, put like a nice thin layer. I cleaned it up from yesterday because I didn't want to get concealer everywhere. So what you're gonna do, and you're just gonna just put it right here. You see that? And then I'm gonna just take a concealer brush and just kind of bring that down. What it did was just carve out my crease as to where I want it, like so. I like learning new hacks and tricks of what to do with your makeup, because the makeup game is always changing. How you apply it, from what is being released. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, just close it. I want it a little bit further, like back. You see how it's kind of like out like this? I want it kind of further back. So I'm just going to go with my eye open and then see if I can make it kind of get further into that corner. It looks crazy and intimidating, and you might think it's dangerous, but it's actually really, 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 really cool how you can get here. So what I'm going to do is I want to fill in the rest of it. So I'm just take a little bit of that, a little more of that concealer I used, and just, and your cut crease doesn't have to be this big, and you definitely don't have to use this method. But I thought it'd be kind of cool just to see different ways to do this, to cut your crease. Because if you're attempting at makeup for the first time, you don't know where to start sometimes, but just start. That's the only, really the biggest thing I can tell you. Just start. Okay, so we done that eye, and so I'm gonna go in back into that palette that I had, and I'm going to go in with a flat brush. And I like this shimmer, I like how it is, so I'm gonna go in with that shimmer. And I'm just going to pat that all over like so. And one of the cool things about this palette is like the fallout is like little to non-existent. I know I didn't spray my brush as I always do, but with this particular palette, I didn't really need to do that. I'm getting bolder. My cut creases, I don't think I would ever try having the cut crease as big as this, but I'm not mad about it. I'm not. So you're gonna get it to the brightness that you want. And so I don't have like a bright or like a darker shade that I want to use in this palette. So I'm going to go into another palette, and this one is the Milani Ungilded Love Mattes palette, and I'm going to take that shade. I'm going to take either, mix these two shades together, and I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. contour brush, and I'm just going to dip into those two darker shades here. This one is Cinnamon and Cocoa Bean. And just kind of give me, like, diffuse it a little bit. Give me like a darker look here. Place it. Really just pack on that color. It's all about blending, and then just blend it out. See? So I don't want to lose. I want to go back in with that shade that I had earlier, my all over shade, and just bring this back out. And then I'm going to go back in with that flat brush that I had used earlier for my, oh no, that I used for that, my shimmer shade. And just bring that back. So let's do the other eye. And with the power of internet. And we're back. Alright, so I'm going to next go in, since I got both eyes on, I used, when I did this yesterday, I used a brown liner. This is the Epic ink liner in brown by NYX. And I'm just going to go here and line my eyes. You won't really see it, but this one's almost out. I gotta get another one. Anybody ever have that problem like with brown liner? like with brown liner, you're like, yes, I can just, but with black liner, you're like shaking. Am I the only one, or does everybody else have that problem too? Okay. Next, I'm gonna go in with, I'm going in with not one but two mascaras. So the first one I'm gonna go in was the Maybelline Snapscara, and I just want to just go here and I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Sky High. As you guys know, I'm like obsessed with this. Let's do the other eye. So now that I've done so far my lids, you know, I done my shadow, I done my eyeliner, I done my mascara. So I'm gonna go in now with my Tarte Shape Tape, and just use a little bit here. And I don't want it so like dull, so I'm gonna go in with a lighter shade to kind of give a little highlight underneath. And this is the Milani one. I love mixing concealers. Does anybody else like doing that too? Going with my weights. And yesterday I did this and I had like a bold burgundy lip, but I think today I'm gonna just I'm gonna be subtle with it, and I'm gonna have just, you know, a nice brown lip, new lip. So wait, kind of fan it out, and then go underneath here like so. Look up when applying the concealer. And this is actually a really cool way to create like the cat eye. You see how I did that? Like just go up and just create that. And if there's any like shadow, you see how that I did that? Like it just brings it right on up like so. One of my favorite like beauty things to do with my concealer when I don't want to use like my elf tapes to create that wing look, or if I'm not doing a wing look, just to do that and just bring it up like so. Powder. Oh. And just gonna just set the under eye area. Look up. I like to bring it over. And then I like to take what's in the lid here and just go over my forehead. So now I'm gonna go and take that brush that I had earlier from my all over shade, and I'm just gonna go and dip back into that Feverish palette, and I'm just gonna just dip into this shade and just go on here like so. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? And then I'm going to go back in with the same mascaras that I use for the top, I'm going to use for the bottom. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm now going to just go back into that palette, and I'm going to use that shimmer. I'm going to use a different shimmer, so I'm going to go in with a dome brush, and I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. Like so. Oh, so pretty. Anybody ready for like Thanksgiving and stuff? Or I think I'm just ready to eat. Honestly, to be honest. Alright, so next up I'm going to go ahead and set my face. So one of the best setting sprays I think that actually helps with mask that, oh no, nope, before I'm jumping the gun here, let's go ahead and put some bronzer on. So I'm going to go in with my Juvias Place bronzer. I'm just gonna mix both of them and just go all the way up here. Now we can set our face. This one is by Makeup Revolution. I'm gonna use my Super Fix Super Hold, and I love this stuff. This stuff is amazing. So just go ahead and love it. And let me tell you something, it's amazing. It really is. So okay, so then since I'm not going to use the same color that I used yesterday, I'm just gonna use a brown lip gloss today because I'm like bold here, and so I just want to keep it. Do I want to use this one, or do I want to use Babydoll? All right, so I'm gonna go in with a lip liner here. This one is by LA Colors, and I'm just gonna go ahead and on the lips. And I'm gonna go in with this Babydoll by Colourpop. It's a lip cream. So let's see. Ooh. I'm a glossy girl, so I'm going to go in with the NYX Butter Gloss in Bits of Honey, just to give me a pop of gloss. There you have it. I hope that this was fun. I hope that you learned something, a good trick or a tip that you can use for doing a cut crease. It's bold, but you don't have to go bold as I did. Now, you know, they say go big or go home. But you don't have to do as bold of a look that I did. You can just you know, cut your crease and, you know, just cut your crease, fill it in, and that can just be it, and go in. You can use different colors, I don't know, but you can do whatever. But again, remember that makeup is fun. Do you, and your inner beauty shines even more, exudes. So I hope you all liked this. I hope it was fun. I hope you learned a trick. I did too. And I just, again, we're growing and learning. So before you leave, make sure you click like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next video. God bless you. Later.